I will say very wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and of course to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. I am George ONYIBE, and of course, we will continue to talk, not because we felt you are listening. We will continue to talk, not because we are not aware that you may ignore us, but for the simple fact that we know that every word we speak has the capacity to change a lot more than we can imagine. And if we actually believe that the world we live was created by the word of God, and that the word we speak have power, we will speak this word with this intention that it will bring about a positive change, not just in our individual lives, but in the entire universe. This message I simply titled, My Message as a Nigerian to South Africans and the rest of the world. Let it be on record that what you don't know is greater than you. Most of you believe that this world is occupied by just Homo sapiens. But we indirectly believe that there are other human-like species that have occupied this world in time past. And somewhere along the line, because of our limited knowledge, we are not able to understand that they still among us. We believe that they have been extinct. There are people who occupy the hollow earth. There are people who live in the water. There are reptilians and the rest. Let me not go deep beyond that. But then let us assume it is the world of the Homo sapiens. And I am in Nigeria. I dabbled into a TikTok chat room this morning. It was coming to the people of South Africa. It was actually a vote going on to determine whether Nigerians are good people or Nigerians are bad people. It was interesting. I took my time and I listened to many people talking about the activities of Nigerians around the world. I also look at the defense of many Nigerians, progressive Nigerians I should say, who actually made effort to make them understand that Nigerians are good people. But then I noticed something, and that is why I include South Africa in this very broadcast. Ordinarily, I will ignore them. But before we proceed, let it be on record that the genuine Africans, supposedly progressive-minded one in time past, from different areas of endeavor, have tried to strive for the unification of Africans. If I will not mention any name, I cannot forget about people like Bob Marley, and in one of his albums, he prophetically declared, Africans unite. Africans unite. Like every other nation, Africans unite. He's gone, but his work still lives on. And a lot of individuals in time past has worked very hard. I cannot be in a hurry to forget about Gaddafi, to mention but a few. But each of them were actually embarking on a project that is bigger than them, not their ideology. But each time we miss the step, we will start all over again. Let me give you an insight. I am not a plant scientist, but I know much about that field. That there are things you do to plant, they will reprogram themselves. Let me teach you a little bit. If you have a mango tree in your house, and for some reason, maybe the shade, the branches are becoming bigger than you like, you decide to trim that mango tree, that avocado tree, whatever tree it is, you decide to trim it. Now, this is what you should expect. The tree will automatically reset itself. It will backdate itself 4 years back, if not more. And a tree that was bearing fruit already, having trimmed it, it will take another 4 years, if not more, before it can bring another fruit. And that is why it's not very advisable to just start trimming your trees, your fruit. most especially when they are economic one, because you feel their shade is disturbing you. And of course, there are some plants that are naturally male. You don't need to cut it down. For instance, the pawpaw you call papaya paripe, whatever you call it, the pawpaw you popularly know. If you see a male pawpaw, there is no need to cut it down because it's a male pawpaw and it will not bear fruit. You just need to do a simple thing. That male pawpaw will automatically reset itself and become a female. I know most of you want to know what you do to that pawpaw, but I won't tell you for some reason in this very broadcast. But don't cut it down. It can be reset. And this is applicable to human society. Each time there are race, breed of Homo sapiens who trying to outlive the other, who trying to dominate the other, who trying to control the other, what you are doing is that you are actually resetting the evolution of human process. That is why I have to bring in this discussion. And I was loving what they were doing. I was loving all the activities that was going on. But I was actually reading the emotion, the mindset behind everything they were doing. And I don't know the name of this platform, but they are South Africans. The anchor person there is a female. And then this female has a man who looks like the host. I noticed something. The South African woman was very polite. She tried not to lose her cool. In every conversation, in every situation, she's always in control. Admire her strength of purpose. Admire her ability to coordinate herself. And I love whoever this woman is. She's a South African woman. But then behind this beautiful, progressive-minded individual, there is another bully in that studio. He's a man. And once you are in Nigeria, this man will descend on you. He will lash you. He does not even want to hear. But the thing is that that bully does not understand that we were born in bully, we were born in harassment, we were born in intimidation, we were born in anything he has not even imagined in his tiny brain. He's a South African bully. And I knew how to handle those people. And by the time I discovered that I have to go and do Uguaja, I will not waste my time with somebody that I don't have enough time to kill. And then I moved on. But then I want to bring it up to Nigerians. I want to bring it up to the rest of the world. I want to put it to South African people. There are things we all need to know. But believe me, no miracle will happen. We all need to embrace our fears. We all need to fight our demons and then make proper use of our demons. We will win. Let us continue. And now, these people were insulting Nigerians. Nigerians are criminal. Nigerians are armed robber. Nigerians are this. Nigerians are that. Nigerians did this. And every Nigerian that had the privilege of coming to that platform was actually telling them, no, this is not Nigeria. And so if you are a South African, listen to me. I am a Nigerian. I'm making this broadcast from Nigeria. And believe me, I do not like 90% of the things that are happening in Nigeria. But it will be a very cool day on hell for me to tell you that Nigerians do not have the best human being on earth here. If you want love, you will see it in Nigeria. If you want peace, you will see it in Nigeria. If you want holiness, righteousness, you will see it in Nigeria. If you want evil, even in the highest order, this is the headquarters of principalities and power. And so, this is who we are. But it is left for us to grow into maturity. It is left for us to get to that level where we will be able to manage our affairs. That is why I come in. Now, let me tell you before I proceed, if you are South African and you are listening to this broadcast. My father, third son, making me the first son. I'm the first son. I have another brother, then before another. He's in South Africa. He's been there now almost 20 years. He's married to a South African woman. And they had 4 children already. 3 boys and 1 girl. In other words, if you think we are this evil and you demonize all of us, Be rest assured that if you are lucky enough, about 60% of the evil in us is already running in your gene. Because many Nigerians have pregnanted a lot of many South African women. And each time this union is productive, we exchange our good and our bad as well. But we will only pray that our good may surpass our evil. But we can't discard any of them. We need all of them. Without the evil part of me, I will not be able to do the war I am doing today. And without the good part of me, I would have lost my mind, and a lot of people will suffer for it there. So South Africans, it's time you want to talk down on Nigeria. You should be able to put perspective in place and behave like a human being, or else you'll be worse than those criminals who have made our life miserable in the concept of the idea called One Nigeria. You cannot forget in a hurry. If you are enjoying political freedom today, it is virtually sponsored by Nigerian money. Over 30% of every finance that was injected that South Africans may be economically, no politically free today, because economically you still need help. It is Nigerian money. I know how many villages within my region where Nelson Mandela was coming to hide. We treated him like a brother. He's a brother. And so if you know that bully who was trying to bully me, tell him not to do it next time, because I am the really bully. Okay? Don't do that. We all know it. But two wrongs cannot make a right. And now South Africans must understand. The same problem you are getting from Nigerians over there is the same problem we are trying to solve here. Nigeria is a country who is a victim of its occupation. A country of over 1,000 ethnic groups. They tell you it is 3 ethnic groups. It's okay. It doesn't matter. We are all the same. After all, we never had boundary until the imperialists came. We need to deal with it. Now that we have agreed that we are 3 major ethnic groups and officially 250 recognized ethnic groups, because where I come from, I am an Anyoma man, a distinctive, unique ethnic group. Nigeria does not recognize me. Okay. We agreed based on what Constitution approved. We are 250 ethnic group officially, and of course 3 major ethnic group, no problem. But each of these ethnic group, you have a variety of unique human beings. But there are particular one. Our work is to find out who they are. You know, in the Bible, Jesus gave a parable of the sower. It said a sower came in the night and planted wheat. And then at night the enemy came, rice rather, and the enemy came and planted tares among the wheat. And when they both grew, the servant said to the master, did we not plant only wheat? Now there are tares growing among it. Do we go and pull out the tares? And the master said, no, allow them to grow together until the day of harvest. So this particular breed that has been the problem of Nigeria, if we want to uproot them based on their shenanigans and hopelessness, they have behaved the way they have behaved around the world, we would have committed genocide, never known to man. And so we are patient, trying to separate the wheat from the chaff. And I know you already know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Igbo people. I am supposed to be Igbo according to them, but I'm not Igbo. I am a Kaman. I am a Abo man. I'm a Nyoma man. We have Igbo known as also, invariably, they are slaves. Inside the same Igbo, we have the ones that say that they are Wawawa, which means they don't have sense. And then we have the Igbo that say know it all. But they are not even the problem. The real problem is the Igbo who say they come from Israel. That is what they said. You can easily know them by the word Biafra, Biafra, Biafraud, Biafraud. They are the problem of Nigeria. I actually wanted to tell those South African people not to look at every Nigerian like that. They can treat us individually as they want. If I do good in South Africa, treat me like a good man. And if I commit crime, treat me like a criminal. That was just the point I wanted to make. But of course, they have their own problem. South Africans, you have to cure yourself. Nigerians are not your problem. Find out who your problem are. Because of this Igbo Biafra people, everybody now look at Nigerian as if Understand, even for a free visa, I'm not coming to South Africa. Even for a free visa, I won't even go for America. And so you don't entice me with what you have. But I can only pray, and I pray earnestly, that in the nearest future, Americans will desire to come to Nigeria. You South Africans will be flooding into Nigeria as we are flooding into your country. Somebody made that sacrifice. And these people were not looking for how to run away. Get this and get it right. And now, making South Africans to understand, most of you South Africans are on your social media supporting this criminal called Ipob-Biafra. Today, they want to tumble your land. And now you are crying. You won't even listen to the progressive-minded ones. You're losing your mind already. They are still the problem of Nigeria. And so accept this truth and have peace. Anywhere you go around the world, this very Ipob-Biafra, if you go to the prison of every country in the world, more than 50% of their inmates are Ipob-Biafra. If you go around the world where they are killing Nigeria, more than 90% of those who will be killed outside Nigeria for the sake of crime are this Ipob-Biafra. And you never heard about Yoruba-phobia. What did they call it? Yoruba-phobia. You will not hear about it. You will not hear about Hausa-phobia. And among these three ethnic groups, you always hear people coming on social media and begin to lament. Oh, Igbo-phobia, 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 Igbo-phobia. And if you say you are Igbo man and you are not ashamed of yourself now and begin to do something to redeem the Igbo nation, we will help you. You will get to a stage that if you hear Igbo, you will deny Igbo. I think you people are denying Biafra already. We will help you to deny Igbo. And so South Africans should understand, don't make yourself the public enemy of Nigeria, because Nigeria will be back on her feet when we are done with this process. We are moving into another dispensation. Everybody will know that if you do anyhow, you see anyhow. I know many platforms like that will come up. And you think it's the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. Try and teach Nigerians around the world individually. You know, that bully, let me not call him name yet. That bully, where he got it all wrong, he said, why should I say you people? Because I was telling them, we have wonderful Nigerians. Having said that, you people, in other words, the South Africans should teach Nigerians, treat Nigerians on individual basis, not as a country, because we are suffering from these Ipob-Biafra people already. But the guy, having been traumatized by the atrocity of this Ipob-Biafra, he has lost it. And he got offended because I say you people. But you people is not a derogated word in Nigeria. It is just a way of differentiating one from another. South Africans are not Nigeria. And I have to accept it that way until we clear that. So if for South Africa, you feel Nigerians are messing around, 2 lessons for you. Number 1, it is not all Nigeria. It is the Ipob-Biafra. Any Igbo person, if you want to know they can be trusted or they cannot be trusted, just ask them, are you a Biafran? The moment they say, yes, I am a Biafran, know that you are not safe. You need to run for your life. You need to curtail them. They are drug dealers. They are human traffickers. They are criminal. Anybody that tell you is a Biafra, they are criminal. I was with them, and I was the African rep. We know everything we need to know about South Africa. And when I discovered that they are low-life criminals, I aborted the ship. I'm still fighting them. They are my Nigerian brothers, supposedly. So South Africa, lower your temple. Nigeria have been able to inject this disease you're afraid of into you. My brother lives in Pretoria, and his children are there. They are not South Africans, but your sister is with them. And I'm sure they may not come back home, because anybody who leaves Nigeria really don't want to come back home. Only very few of them. The ones that still have a family to look up to, and the ones that still have something they did not steal before they ran away, they will come and steal the remaining one. And somewhere along the line, you think we are happy. And somewhere along the line, with all this atrocity happening in Nigeria, I will now come out and tell you Nigerians are bad people when I know there are wonderful Nigerians around me. My brother, deal with it. My message I wanted to tell you on that platform is that treat Nigerians individually, South Africans. You have wounded us. And of course, we have wounded you more than you wounded us. If we follow that path, you will lose. And don't let them have their way. And then, my message to the world. I need you to look at all the 419 all over the world. They are Nigerians, criminals, organ traffickers, drug pushers. 99.9% of them are Nigeria. But then the world cannot as well forget that when you are looking for the most intelligent people, the most progressive people, the most advanced Homo sapien, the best human being can offer, Nigerians are almost 90% of them as well. And the question should be, how did we get here? And if your country ever participated in slave trade, if your country ever participated in the guise of imperialists, you are the problem. You cannot forget in a hurry that kingdom rise and kingdom fall. Today you are America, today you are China, you are Japan, you are UK, you are whatever you call yourself. And in your ivory tower, you look down upon us as if your ballistic missile, as if your intercontinental ballistic missile, as if your nuclear weapon could wipe us out in a twinkle of an eye. Other nation has thought that before you. I need you to calm down. There was a time people like Nebuchadnezzar. There was a time people like King Xerxes. There was a time great men walk on this earth. People like Alexander the Great. They thought they had the world in the palm of their hand. But just a little whisper, pew, they disappear, never to be found again. The Rome was so unique that they almost conquered the world. And what happened to the Rome? Because they built a wooden ship and they became invincible. But then the UK built an iron ship and the whole scenario changed. Nebuchadnezzar once boasted that who is that God that can take over this my empire from me? He lived 7 years like an animal in a forest. We cannot forget in a hurry that the one-time Soviet Union leader once said that even God cannot divide Soviet Union. And if Russia and Ukraine, they are not careful, they will further divide. And so nobody is invincible. Nigeria may be the object of mockery before global community today. But do not be surprised that in the nearest future, less than a century, we will rule this world. If we are able to get this process right, mark my word, we will rule this world. And I am sure with what we have gone through, we will be fair with all of you. Let me tell you how it feels. Donald Trump just won as the president of America. And I'm happy for him. I love that man. I don't know why. But I just love that man. Not because I love all his pattern. I love that man because when he wants to do anything, he's doing it for the right purpose and he will do it irrespective of who's he's got. And you know, in one of his speech I listened to, it say, we are not here to fight for white, black, yellow, purple, pink. We are here to fight for the American people. It is the Constitution of Nigeria that stands supreme above all. But he says something, that his happiness is that he's not just a president of America, that history will recognize that he is the 45th president of America and the 47th president of America. What a life. What a life. And you'll never forget him in a hurry. And so I can only advise him, in your next tenure, see if you can reshape the world. I know you cannot, but do your best. And so after you have left the stage, we will remember you like people like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, the Kennedy's family, to mention but a few. When you all see Nigerians, they look for means to ask them, are you Igbo Biafra? Igbo Biafra is not the only problem, but they are the major obvious one. And they say, yes, I'm a Biafra. Find out if they are Igbo Biafra. If they are Igbo Biafra, you are not safe. If they are not Igbo Biafra, but they are Biafra, you are still not safe. Just that the difference between Igbo Biafra and non-Igbo Biafra is that the non-Igbo Biafra doesn't have brain. They are using that person. But the real Igbo Biafra are the really ballistic missile, intercontinental for that matter. They are scattered everywhere looking for who to steal, who to frustrate, yahoo, yahoo. Every evil, they are the one bringing bad name to Nigeria. The fourth war, my people bore the first consequence. As I'm talking to you, they are on the social media, re-editing our name, re-editing our history, trying to claim us, trying to consume us. And who the heck are these people? That is why I want you to understand that this world is not just occupied by Homo sapiens alone. There are other breeds among here with us. And I'm sure most of these Igbo Biafra are part of them. But of course, they have to push us aside before they can take us on. And that is my message to the world. You cannot lose hope on Nigeria. But be rest assured, we will get it right. It's just a matter of time. The process has already begun. And for you, Nigeria, wherever you are around the world, in your infinite wisdom, I should say, you think when you want to blackmail, demarket Nigeria, and that exonerates you. I was once there. I have stayed on Radio Biafra. I have called Nigerians and her politicians. I have said everything I know that is true. But I have engaged this process in a very wrong way because I was manipulated. I was deceived. Because they said they wanted to only put pressure. But they were causing more problem. And when I noticed, I moved on. Because each time you say, I'm not in Nigeria, but you are in Nigeria officially. You have to deal with it. And today, are you proud to say you are in Nigeria? When Nigeria was founded at the moment of independence, when Nigerian politicians are going to America, they give them red carpet. Today, let Nigerian president go to America. He may take Donald Trump or whoever is the president even 1 week to attend to him. They say, President of America, Nigerian president is there. I say, okay, just put him in a guest house. I will see him later. This is how they treat you today. But all this world power cannot survive without taking oil from our backyard. You should begin to ask yourself question. All you think of is how to steal money and run away. All some of you who are investing in Nigeria are doing is how to invest our land and then build an armory where you think you will conquer us. You should be ashamed of yourself. No matter how much you drag the image of Nigerian to the mud, people like me till the end of my time or till the end of Nigeria, I will say I'm a Nigeria. And in case you want to divide Nigeria, you have your representative. Let them begin to make this noise you are making. Street boys. Those idiots who are telling you they are declaring Biafra by December 2nd. We are waiting for you. Come and declare the Biafra. Pack all your load and leave every area in Nigeria and go back to your village so that we know who we are dealing with. You cannot be in my village and declare Biafra the one you did before. We have suffered enough in your hand. You people can release him and they can let him go to UK and begin to make mouth. But I bet all of you, this pitch will change. You see this football or table tennis pitch, court, it will change. And when it changes, you will not be able to fight it because you are not ready for it. And so you are an Igbo person. Don't pretend. This is the time to move back and begin to advise your people. People like Ohaneze and Igbo are busy amending their constitution so they can absorb people like me. You should be ashamed of yourself. Our message will continue. I told you, each time we come, I come on the social media. I see what is wrong regarding Nigeria and my people. I will talk about it. Each time I come online and I see criminal, hopeless people playing game, I will talk about it. Did I not tell you lately that Nnamdi Kano's wife is sending diplomatically? Did I not tell you that they have sent through Uche Nasiegbu Omiomio for them to go and beg Chukwu Asare Dokobo? Nnamdi Kano has sent them to go and beg Clifford Iruanya. He has come to beg them. So when you see Ninas, when you see Wazurike, when you see HOD, when you see DOS, when you see all these Oduduwa people, all of them coming together, they're trying to metamorphose. But for how long? How many of you are enjoying Nigeria? All of you that have stolen money, very wealthy people, how comfortable are you with the money you are stealing? You live in affluence across the globe, but you come and parade in your own country with escorts uncountable. Just look at you, poor big men. I call you poor big men. Look at all of you. when Atiku is moving here, his escort is more than that of the president of America, and you say you love Nigeria. Can our president walk in a street? No. Let me digress. When I was young, in primary school then, when president comes into office, they are meant to drive around every state in Nigeria. Then I think we have 19 states. I was from Bende State. And so when the president comes, he stays in a car with an open roof. And when he comes into the major street in the town, they will wear their agbada and be waving Nigeria. We can see our president face to face. I remember, General, it should be Babangida or Buhari. I cannot remember which of them clearly. But musician has to compose music for them. Is it, General Buhari, you are welcome to Bende State, Jehovah, something like that. As a child, I still remember it. Can you try it today? Let Tinubu in his jagabarism, let him try it. So that you know that the nyash is part of the body. Let him try it. And that is to tell you, all of you lose it all. You can see our senators. They tell them to interview Ojukwu wife. All of them were busy. You see, your nyash is very portable. Your breast is still standing. And we can see that with this, your pointed breast and well-painted lips, you can do very well. Is that not telling you what they want to be doing with that woman next? Useless people. I don't know why they're not taking me to court. No, go and listen to her. When they are supposed to focus on her resume, they are telling you, you see, with this your pointed nyash, we are sure you will make Nigeria proud. Make Nigeria proud for other room, or make Nigeria proud where? It's nation built by beauty. Some of us are born looking guilty. That doesn't make us guilty. We know this your pointed breast. You can seduce Barack Obama. You think those people give a heck of who you are? No, just take time and listen to the members of our honorable Senate and representative trying to look into her resume. And I'm sure if you listen to 30 minutes clip, they are using 20 minutes to admire her breasts, her figure, her nash, her, But these are people ruling hungry people like me. These are people ruling hungry people, not because we are lazy, not because we are poor, not because we are not endowed with natural and human resources, because they're stealing our wealth. They manipulate the justice system to suit them. But you see, in the end, poor man picking like me will marry one of your daughters. Start exchanging your daughters among yourself. All of them will become barren. I will not do that. God will do that. You will adopt children. I need you to understand, about 75% of wealthy people you know in Nigeria don't have children. I don't want to mention their name. And those children, I say they are adopted. That is why they are nothing like their father, because you will not be able to cheat God. But I leave you to karma to judge all of you. But then, understand, Nigerians, we can be able to grow to the level of maturity where we can be able to put our affairs in order. Are you not tired? Nobody is going to tell me in my village, you are useless, we don't want you here. It's my village, they're going to deal with me. You know, I lost my father lately. And when the elder was addressing us, and some people were scalawas. And then the elder say, we must get the truth. Whether you are a scalawa, whether you are a good person, we need all of them. The family cannot be complete without scalawa, without idiot, without monkey, chimpanzee. We need all of you. And I understand. All they need is the maturity to put monkey on top of banana tree and then put chimpanzee to be breaking coconut. You don't get it? Some people are chimpanzee. When they are supposed to be breaking coconut, they're asking them to write constitution and you're expecting a beautiful country. Why can't we tell ourselves the truth once and for all time? And then maybe after we are long gone, our children will be able to get it right. And then they begin to referend us. And now, let me bring it back before I go to my comment session. You see, Europeans worship European God. The image of their God is a white man like them. Indians worship image of Indian God, look like India. Israel, their God look like them. Arabians, their God look like them. China, Japan, all this Asia, all the countries in the world, their God look like them. But Africa, some of us God are Arabian. Some of us God are Americans. Some of us God are Caucasian. And so on and so forth. Now let me tell you the secret there. They indirectly worshiping their ancestors. And they will have the mind to worship their ancestors because their ancestors did labor and bled for the peace, prosperity, and tranquility which they enjoy today. Tell me the history of one black man who was able to bleed to gain for Africans. You will not see anyone. And so you do not have any ancestors to honor. And how would you see God in your image? Despite the fact that say he created man in his own image. And now our God created us in a different image. My brother, get sense. America will not build Nigeria for us. China, Japan will not build Nigeria for us. They are borrowing us money, not that they wish us to be able to pay back, but so they can take all that is remained of us. And so South African, to bring it to a conclusive end, I'm not angry with you. Call Nigerians anything you like, it's okay. But I appeal to you, apply your heart to reasoning, so that before every competent court jurisdiction, you'll be proven right in every action you have taken. And that having been said, I'll go to my comment section and see if there is any of these Igbo Biafra criminals there. Because that is what they do. Let's see. I have Odogun here. Odogun, I greet you. Ajay, Mbele, my brother. And then I see Ken Yari. Say good afternoon, brother. Ken Yari, I greet you. I see Kingdom. You say good morning, my great, wonderful Benin Kingdom brother. I greet you. Kingdom, I greet you sincerely. And then I see Imenike. Imenike say soccer. That is Igbo Biafra. By their comment, you know them. This one is trying to hide his identity, but it's Igbo Biafra. They are the one doing drug pushing in South Africa. They are the one raping your children. In fact, I was listening to one of them on your platform. When that South African bully was able to puncture his ego, he started saying, no be South Africa people, they bring AIDS. No be South Africa do this. He look at the man and say, you are a lazy man. That is why your women are rushing Nigeria. It's Igbo Biafra. Honestly, if I wanted to let emotion rule me, if I talk to that South African man finish, you know, go get himself this week. And when I see that he is way out of tune with reality, I just move on. I'm not here to correct the word. I'm not sure I can be able to do that. I am here to impart on the word positively. If they listen, fine. If they don't listen, fine. Somewhere along the line, it will be on record that we did our best. So, Emenike, you already know your type. I am a sucker, and every other name you will call me. But we know your type already. Emenike, Igbo Biafra man. You should be ashamed that in a time like this, anywhere the name of Nigeria is mentioned for evil, boom, Igbo Biafra. Emenike, when will Yoruba name? Boom. When will Hausa name? Boom. Only Igbo name. And the good Igbo people are keeping you people quiet. Because you have a way of killing people who tell you the truth. Because some of you are planning very hard. How do we get rid of George ONYIBE? How do we kill George ONYIBE? I am your destiny and I'm your doom. I told you. Hey, son of Inyachuku menimo eronimeo no wori jumobio woro no sokamo usolo bue menimekelere na fansoyao. Emenike, that is the last thing you people will do. I don't threaten people and I don't make promises I don't intend to keep. Is that not what you people are doing? So even Igbo people who are genuine cannot say the truth. They now have to live under the shadow of doubt. Criminals like Nnamdi Kanu. Fiakwa. Please give me more insult, Emenike. You are massaging my ego. How can you just come out and say soccer? Soccer doesn't make sense. It's not enough. And then who do I have here? I see, okay, Kingdom. Kingdom, yes, Igbo Biafra people. come and talk rubbish because I love it. My bar is coming down. I see Stephen. He said, good morning, sir. I appreciate your wisdom, my brother. Of course, we are humble before the Creator. We simply follow his instruction. Stephen, thank you so much. And then who do I have here? Let's see them. Let's see them. Because South African people, watch the comment as I point them out. Igbo Biafra or every platform, they talk rubbish, idiot, monkey, animal, rubbish. That is what Igbo Biafra are doing everywhere. And somewhere they blame it on Yoruba. I was somewhere this afternoon, and they were talking about how the house was robbed. And one man there say, it's Hausa people, it's Hausa people. And I said, the man, don't say that. And everybody was like, why will you say it's Hausa people? Gone are the days you tell us somebody from Madugri, Kwatangora, and now come to my village and rob. Without somebody in my village not helping them. Is this Igbo Biafra not building camp of unknown gunmen in Delta State before we flush them out and they now run back to the southeast and begin to rape their own people? Are they not doing it? And when they do it, they tell us, oh, Fulani S-men, oh, Fulani S-men, oh. And I know they shame say Fulani S-men no day again since they're holding on the canoe. And then see me on it, but now begin to kill Igbo people. And the same Igbo people will say, he hates Igbo, he's anti-Igbo. Am I the one that caused Igbophobia? Make una use una brain. Igbo Biafra, insult me, let me cure you very well. And if you are not following me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok. Go to my TikTok page. Maybe I will put it before the end of the day. Those of you who don't know the link. It's simple. Just look for George ONYIBE. You will see me there. Follow that page. Let us shred this issue once and for all. Save the ones we can save. And leave the rest to the mercy of God. In his infinite wisdom, he will know what to do to them. And then who do I have here? I have, you see Lamido. You see, what did he say? What did Lamido say? I wonder why they've not started attacking the page, because that is what they do. They would have gone inside now and tell them, go, the guy is online, attack the page. Facebook allow me to see what Lamido have to say, because it was actually talking about South Africa. I say some South Africans are mumu. They cannot even differentiate us and me. I can differentiate the Zulu and some other tribes in South Africa. Well, considering what Lamido is saying, I know whoever that bully was on that studio, he reasoned with his tummy. He's not reasoning properly. This is Africa, where we have to speak English we know nothing about. We formed our own. The imperialists came, teaching us Queen's English, teaching us Fune, teaching us diction. But we formed our own English. We call it Pidgin English. Every African country have theirs. Their intonation as South Africa is different from mine. And so if he's talking to me, I'm going to be very patient to understand what he's actually saying, because that buffoon, his language is not English. You could remember in those days, at the earlier time in Nigeria, when you meet an Hausa man, when he say, I will kill you now so that you'll die. An Hausa man will tell you, kill me, make I die. Or you're killing me, make I die. He was saying the opposite of what he want to do. But with time, they learned. And so if in South Africa, you people mean bad, he should move out of his shell. Even before I said a word, the guy was saying, your voice is not loud. You look like you are in the shoe. You look like a... But South Africa must understand. The natural resources in one state in Nigeria can buy the whole South Africa. But this is not an issue to debate about. The point is, why are we not making use of it? South Africa even have a reputation to talk to us. I give it to them. What about little countries that are not even as big as my village? They are doing well, better than my village. And then you have people who come out and tell you, I honorable, I honorable. Are you not seeing the honorable that can sink people and nothing will happen? They will sink you and make you disappear because they are stealing our money. Do I blame them? But the South African guy, no, he can't even offend me. He doesn't know the tablet of insult I receive on social media by Igbo Biafra on daily basis. It almost gives my family sleepless night for almost a year. almost a year. I was before the panel, family panel. The next thing, Igbo-Biafra will say, he's sleeping with people's wife. They will form picture, send it on social media. My father will say, come here. I hope this thing is not true. I say, but daddy, there are young damsels out there. I can have any of them at the tap of my finger. And you cannot forget in a hurry that I can marry as many wives that I want. And if you have advised me regarding that issue, you've asked me not to go to another man's wife. So why will I do that knowing the consequence? Because where I come from, we don't sleep with people's wife. In fact, the easiest way to die is to sleep with people's wife or people's husband. If you are a woman, you begin to sleep with other married men. When you are in your husband's house, your children will begin to die from first son till all of them die. We will know immediately what you are doing. And if you are a man, you are going to meet another woman that is married in the husband's house. You begin to get terrible accidents. You become vulnerable for spiritual attack. And we will know what you are doing. Because some things don't happen to us. And of course, it's clearly written in the Bible. And it's Moses said to the people of Israel, do not go to other man's wife. For two reasons. Number one, a man cannot light fire in his bosom and be born. Number two, when that man catch you, though you may offer 1,000 offering to appease him, but yet you cannot buy his jealousy. So why will you do that? Knowing that it's so for your detriment. Do you know how many years? And where all of them were exposed was when they begin to lie against me about issues that my family already know the history. There is one idiot they call Darlington, Chibuikem, the one that was sitting as he pepper, as he hot. He was championing the whole thing, lying against me. Little did we know that even IPOB gave him money to give my wife when I was arrested by the DSS. She ate the money. Ikechukwu who know the truth. They've murdered him in cold blood before his family. And that kind of people are the one coming to talk to me. But do I blame them? Group of charlatans. Let's see if there is any other Igbo-Biafra person there, because they will not come now, since what we are seeing is about them. We must treat criminals and not as tribe. Of course, Odoguata, that is what we are trying to do. But the problem now is that they are not talking has made them accomplish. Some of them who would have come out and say the truth will now say, hey, he hate Igbo, he hate Igbo, so that we no go talk again. Thunder fire all of you. But the point is that when these criminals are exploiting us, these good ones don't talk. You see why it looks like every day I'm changing my position. Very unfortunate set of people. A country of noble men, a country of progressive-minded individual, some group of lunatics scavenging around the world. I'm sure they don't have village, mesmerizing all of us, and then somebody will come and judge us. And of course, I will leave it at that. They will come later on, and when I have the time, I will respond to them. I am still George ONYIBE, and that is my message for the world in general, and of course, Nigeria in particular. They can go ahead and be begging for unity. We are waiting to accept them. Have a nice day.